Hey, I'm back with a new Chills video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button there, and hit that like button. I have not done that in the last video.
These scary things were found frozen, some on purpose and some completely on accident. Let's take a thorough look and closely question each find. Number 13. When a snowstorm blows over the San Luis Valley, it's up to a YouTube channel called Colorado Gators to save the farm. As their name suggests, these outdoorsmen are the only ones willing to risk their lives to save frozen alligator livestock. After searching for a while, one of them finally comes across a frozen gator with its nose still sticking out of the ice. Now all they need to do is dig it out and move it to warmer waters, using their bare hands, of course. Keep in mind the creature is only slowed down and not completely frozen. I am amazed at how calm he remains the entire time, feeling around in the water for an alligator he can't even see. Watch this part and tell me if you would be brave enough to get this close. Frozen or not, I don't think I would want anything to do with this situation. Number 12. This Chicago police body cam shows multiple officers rushing to save a man and his dog from freezing in Lake Michigan. From a distance, it looks like the distressed person is trapped on a snowbank at first.
Sarah, come on over here.
But as the officer approaches, you can see the person is actually waist deep in freezing waters and ready to go under. The officers quickly extend a rescue cord for him to tie onto, and they yank him to safety with one strong pull.
Come on! Hold me! Got this! Hold me! Here we go. You're good. Come on! You're good. Thank you so much. You're good.
Thankfully, they are able to do the same with the dog as well. I'm guessing that he was walking his dog along the edge of the water for a nicer view when the snow gave way. The cold water must have left him practically frozen from the waist down and unable to climb out. Let me know if you agree whether or not that's what probably happened. Number 11. This video reportedly comes from somewhere in Siberia. Two friends have a concerned
Alright, first off, one thing about Russia. There are a bunch of aliens and cryptids and stuff there. I've seen this video on a different show, not on YouTube, but Paranormal Caught on Camera. They showed this exact video. Case ID ET froze home. I'll show it when the video is done.
And walk to a tree. Buried in the snow is a tiny
humanoid. Yes, there it is. Hang on. I can't find the video. This after some editing. I got a thing from Pokemon Go. God has awakened, challenge and invade battles now. I can't do that, so.
Creature that doesn't look to be of this world.
That's the exact same alien.
If you can, and maybe we can figure out if this is fake or real.
That's real. That is real. It was about day on the show, they said the Russian government was saying that it was a hoax, and the stuff is real.
The color and texture of this discovery is convincing. It appears to be missing a leg as well. If this is a prop, then it looks very realistic. If this is real, who knows how long it's been left out here, or what horrors it could bring. Number 10. A news reporter gets an early morning scare after the cold weather almost costs him his life.
What happened? Here I'm standing. Look down here. See that? That's an icicle that went drilled to the ground. Yeah.
You know what?
He's in the middle of setting up the camera shot when a giant dagger-like icicle drops from about 15 stories above and lands directly next to him. Here you can see the frozen shard of ice is over 2 feet long and would
Oh.
have easily ended him had he had just been standing a few feet over. I really doubt there would have been anything for the paramedics to do if this icicle had gone through the top of his head from such a great height. What a terrible sight that would have been on live TV. Number 9.
It would be scary.
Wintertime should be relatively snake-free, yet here one is slithering across the ice in the middle of February. The cold-blooded reptile somehow crosses the frozen pond and then moves towards the camera with slow determination. I'm not sure what type of snake this is or how it's able to survive these low temperatures. My guess is it was probably
The person who made
hibernating
this
somewhere
video
and got
did a
disturbed.
little bit of
But
poor
either way,
quality
a snake
and
of this
shaking too
size is
much.
nothing to mess with no
Shout
matter
out
what
to
the
all the
season.
YouTubers
This video was
who
taken
shot these
somewhere on
videos.
Kent Island in Maryland.
Well, shout out to everyone
If
who
there are
made
any
these
more winter
videos for
snake sightings
chills.
in this area, then I'd say something strange is definitely going on over there. Number 8. Trenton and his friends are having fun fishing until he loses his expensive fishing lure under the ice. Thinking fast, he finds a long stick and tries to walk across the
You ready? Yes, just do it! Ah! People.
half-frozen lake to find his lure. Some patches of ice are dangerously thin, so Trenton has to constantly poke the ice in front of him to see if it can support his weight. One false step will send him into the freezing waters below. If this happens, the ice around the edges might break away when he starts to climb out. Eventually, Trenton gives up on finding the lure and simply focuses on getting back alive. He spends almost 10 minutes carefully navigating the ice and nearly reaches the others when he makes a mistake.
You're fine.
That's not funny, that's scary.
Trenton is incredibly lucky to be back in shallow waters when this happens. His feet hit the bottom and he is able to quickly pull himself out. If this happened in the middle of the lake though, he would have been over his head and only had seconds to react. Number 7.
The size of this thing. We found him outside. He was frozen.
A YouTuber named Ben Northern is walking up his driveway when something on the ground stops him. He stares in puzzled disbelief and then realizes it's a giant arachnid sticking out of the snow. The glass jar could be making the spider look bigger than it really is, but here you can see it's almost the size of a finger. If someone is able to identify this spider, we can figure out how much of a threat it really is. Also, maybe it's just me, but it kind of looks like the spider moves a couple of times here. Perhaps it's just warming up and reawakening. Number 6. One day, a YouTuber named Michelle Burse and her friends are startled to find something burrowing beneath the ice.
Oh my god. Wow.
They are positive that something is causing the ice to crack and splinter as it digs a path under their feet. While I do see what they think, I'm pretty sure that this is just the formation of ice in real time. Still, I'd like to get your opinion to confirm. If I'm wrong, then I have no idea what could be shifting the ice like that. Number 5. A YouTuber named Morty Axe is conducting a train when an elderly man emerges from an ice fishing spot, completely unaware of the imminent danger he's putting himself in. The man only sees Morty Axe and not the other train coming around the corner. Now it's up to Morty Axe to react for him.
That's scary.
I think Morty Axe definitely made the right call here. You can see the train is moving extremely fast, and he would have most likely been in the middle of the tracks if not for the horn. Fortunately, the man lives to ice fish another day. Number 4. This gray fish is frozen solid and obviously not moving at all. Yet within 20 seconds of being put in this liquid solution, something bizarre happens.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is nothing more than warm water, but maybe there is some sort of chemical in it that can bring frozen animals back to life. Then again, Maybe this fish just hibernates for the winter and comes back to life naturally when the temperature warms. Let me know what you think is going on here. And if you think what you've seen is a miracle like the uploader of this video claims. Number 3. A YouTuber named Florida McKee uses Google Maps to hone in on a frozen discovery in Antarctica.
You have to look at this very closely.
Peeking out from the middle of a frozen pond is what appears to be a sentient ice creature. I can somewhat make out a giant head and left arm, but I'm not sure. Let me know if you can see it.
This is only about 170 feet long.
I see a body.
So
that might be a
easily makes
fish,
it
maybe. If not,
very
it
likely
might be
that
a.
it's known
That might be a
animal,
cryptid.
a known creature.
It's hard to tell if this is an actual creature or not just by looking at a single still image, but I do agree it could be some sort of abnormality. My only other guess is a cluster of ice above the surface.
I see a body in a
Number 2.
left shoulder.
When Don Smith finds his 26-year-old son Justin Smith frozen in the snow, he refuses to give up hope.
I started shaking his head. No, you can't leave me. You can't leave me.
His son was walking home from a party when he collapsed in the snow and remained there overnight in negative 4-degree temperatures.
Oh.
Responding police and paramedics were convinced that he had passed away.
All signs lead us to believe that he's been dead for a considerable amount of time.
When they brought him to the hospital, doctors were able to revive Justin after 2 hours of CPR and somehow medically reheating his body. If anybody can explain what this special equipment is here and how it works, I would really appreciate hearing more about this process. As far as I know, bringing someone to life after freezing was almost impossible. If anyone can explain what any of these buttons are, especially the one marked LPM mode, it would be very helpful as well. As you can see here, Justin lost some fingers but is still able to retain most of the function in both hands. I am amazed considering he was in the snow for an entire night. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration.
Like I
if
said
you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillin' and tap that follow button to find out. My new music video Stranger was recently released. Could I get your honest opinion on whether it's good or bad? Tap the circle icon in the top right corner. Then tap my music video to watch it. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Saturday.
Next episode.
Number 1. These mummies were found frozen at the top of the Pico de Orizaba, a volcano in Mexico so tall that the top is nothing but snow and ice. It's a scary thought, but you'd never know that these mummies were almost 60 years old just by looking at them. It's also beyond creepy how the cold weather preserves them well enough to still identify facial features, and even the exact position they were in at the time of passing. The mummies were first discovered in 2015, but due to constant bad weather, the Mexican government was not able to extract the remains by helicopter until years later. I'm going to put your bravery to the test while I analyze these 11 videos that can scare anyone. So be sure to let me know how it goes.
I'll do that next episode. See you. Do the 11 videos next.